Hey YouTube, hi riders. Hey, it's MC Rider here again, and this time I'm going to go over the installation of the headlight guard as well as the auxiliary driving lights for the R1200GSA Adventure. As you can see, the the headlight doesn't come with anything. It's basically straight, just headlight. Plastic. It's not even a glass or anything, so it's just uncovered and is unprotected. So, especially for off-road or highway use, I personally rather have some sort of protection there. And same thing goes with um, the auxiliary driving lights or headlights. So, just some protection that protects the lenses so they don't break. Especially this one right here is about $1,000 to replace it. Just the light plus labor. So we're gonna go over that fairly quick, hopefully, just kind of so you guys have an idea of how to install the majority of this kind of protections for the bike. Okay, so here we have basically the parts for the installation for the headlight guard as well as the auxiliary driving lights. This right here and this is the mounting brackets and the protection for the headlight. I went with the polycarbonate clear headlight cover, but you can also go with the I believe it's a steel or aluminum, one of those two, but it's CNC machine, and you can go with either one. The steel or CNC aluminum, whatever it is, would probably be better for off-road use than this one, but this one was a little cheaper, and for the amount of off-road I'm going to be doing, really this would be the best choice for me, mainly because I'm going to be doing mostly highway and road riding. Some off-road here and there, but not a whole bunch. And these right here are the protection, the guards for the auxiliary driving lights. They're all Touratech. Again, I went for them instead of going with another brand like Outrider or SW Motec, just because these right here have, to me, the best value for the money. So all right, well, if you're interested in this, just stay tuned and we're gonna start with installation. Okay, so basically these are the parts out of the box for basically the frame for the headlight cover. They sent another small bag with these screws right here. I'm not sure what those are for, but I'm sure we're about to figure it out. Again, these are the tools I'm going to be using for the install, and it tells you everything in here, what exactly you need. So let's get on with it. Okay, so first we're going to have to remove 4 screws. One, let's see, 2 back there, and same thing on the other side. So we're going to have that one and that one down there. So we're going to remove those now. Those hold, the ones back here hold the whole light assembly, so we have to be kind of careful with those. So I'm going to remove the top ones first, and I believe those have to be at Torx, so we're going to have to go get some Torx for it. Alright. Okay, so also there's these little rubber mounts that need to be mounted on the bracket. So we're going to mount those first to have that out of the way, and then we're going to go and unbolt or unscrew the Torx screws on the bike. We're going to do one side at a time. We're not going to do all at once. So we're going to do one side first, and then we move on to the next side. So let's see. So let me put this camera down real quick. And okay, so we have this mount, and we're going to put it in here. Work them in there. I'm going to grab the other one, and we're going to do the same thing. Work it in there. Okay, so that's one. And we're going to do the same thing for the other one. Alright, now we're going to move up to the bike and remove
the Torx from one side. We're gonna start with the left side, or the right side rather.
Okay, so we're gonna start with this one. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna just, and actually I think this is a little too small for it. It just happened to have worked. So we're gonna do what's say one side at a time. I'm sorry for the video movement and all that. So we're gonna take this out. So basically everything we do on this side we're gonna do on the other side. So we took this one, we have taken this one out, and we're gonna put it aside because we're gonna use it again, I believe. Maybe not, we'll see. And we move on to the next side. Next one we're gonna take is that one. So okay, so we're gonna try to take that one out without making a mess. Okay, it's fairly easy. Again, none of these things are really super tight on the bike. Most of this stuff is put in there and it's kind of loose. Not loose, but tight enough. Alright, we're gonna take this out and then we're gonna put the bracket and put the other set of screws. Okay, so we've mounted the two brackets. And it's fairly simple, nothing really complex, but and it's already tight, but I'm probably gonna have to loosen them up some whenever I put the actual headlight cover, just to make sure it's lined up correctly, and then tighten them up again once I have the the headlight cover installed. This was fairly simple again, you know, it's one screw on top on both sides, and then you have this screw right here that needs to be tightened, pulled out and changed basically with the ones that they provide. And it has a plastic washer that goes in the back of the bracket. So other than that, that's pretty much it. You have these little bumps right here, the rubber bumps that we mounted earlier. I don't know if you can see them, but these rubber pads over there, which is the mounts for the actual cover also. Okay, so also the other screws they sent are for the regular lights. These are the LED lights. So you use a shorter screw on the sides. So that's it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna open the headlight protector and we're gonna get it ready for install. I'll suggest you guys to, before you do any of this, to go ahead and clean your headlight if it's dirty, and make sure, especially the frame, where the frame is going to be mounted, because that's, once it's mounted, it's hard to get it out or clean it. The headlight cover, you can move it, you can pull it out and put it back on, and it's designed like that for that purpose, so you can clean your headlight. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to open this bag and then we're going to start with the headlight install.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just using a kitchen knife. I'm just too lazy to go grab my actual knife or box cutter that is down there, but just make sure you open this. Just be careful, please don't cut yourselves or anything. So, cutting this open. We're gonna take this, the headlight cover, which is this right here. Okay. And we're gonna take all this stuff off here in a minute, but for now we're gonna leave that there. We're gonna take the instructions. It is the same instructions that we've been getting. So, and then we're gonna take this hardware that they send to prep the headlight covers. So we're gonna cut this open too. 4 screws, 4 washers. Pretty straightforward. Take the plastic covers off. Take the white cover of the lens off, and then mount this way. This is the front. This is the front of the cover right here. So this goes in the back, so you can put them in and pop them out. So again, pretty easy. This goes in the back.
Okay, so that's basically the hardware install on the headlight protector. Again, I went for the clear. There's also an aluminum one. I think it's aluminum that you can get for this. So now, to install this, seems pretty simple. Basically, you just push this in here, but so you know, I might have to. All right. Okay, so that's basically installation on the headlight cover. It's pretty simple, really. It's not really that complicated to do. Takes a little bit of time, but it's not really that hard. Again, this is the Touratech headlight cover, and that's the polycarbonate version of it. Again, you can get the aluminum version. I don't know if they sell them individually, just this. I hope they do, because I really want to get the other one for when I go for more off-road stuff. Although this would do just fine. As far as this, now we're gonna go on and install the small protectors for these things. And I hope that goes a little bit quicker than the other one, since it's basically remove 2 screws, mount the thing, and put the 2 screws back on there, I think. So we'll see.